Hello everyone, so on today's video I'm going to be showcasing some of my customs. First off, we've got David Tennant, the Big Finish Audios, Time Lord Victorious. This was a very easy one to do. Simple repaint of the Deadly Assassin Time Lord figure set that came out. B&M is selling these for a tenner, so a few Citadel paints later. Bam! Next up we have the Valiard from Trial of a Time Lord. Now this was fairly easy. I had a load of spare figure parts, so I used a David Tennant body, painted it black. I had a Bracewell head from Victory of the Daleks, took the glasses off, gave the glasses to Joe Martin, and she looks a bit more like the Fugitive Doctor now with her accessory on her, on her glasses. But this figure was great because it was just all recycled bits and pieces that I had laying around from my custom figures in prior videos. Now, I've just simply painted it like black because he wears like a black outfit. There's like bits of silver on his outfit that I have done on one of my normal Time Lord figures. So, using bits around the house, just recycling bits and bobs. An old t-shirt I just cut up and painted it black. And I've used a bit of blue tack, some super glue, just dead easy to do. And I feel like you'll see later on throughout the video, this does go really well with my custom Rani, the 6th Doctor, and I made another Inquisitor for my partner because Trial of a Time Lord is one of his favourites. So yeah, I feel like this turned out quite good. So next up we have the Dalek from the Dalek Tales series that was animated on YouTube, set between Victory of the Daleks and the Stolen Earth. Really good animation, seriously. Go and check that out. If you haven't already, or you don't know, there's this green Dalek called the Geneticist, and I think it's like a fan creation, and it's really, really cool. Now, I haven't sculpted the claw arm onto it, just because I just was like, I'm just going to display this with my other Paradigm Daleks. But it's something cool, it's different, and it stands out in that green, sort of lime green livery, with the silver especially, works really well. So this was just a spare Eternal Dalek that I had, that my friend gave me, and I've transformed it. So yeah, I hope this looks okay, guys. I hope that it's not too shabby. I've had to glue the gunning because it just keeps falling out, so apologies. And next up we have Kate O'Mara from Time and the Rani. Now this is another figure that I've given to my boyfriend because I have barely any space on my Doctor Who shelf. Now this was made using a Romana. I have also used a Sarah Jane figure. Now, many years ago I did have a go making an Ace figure, and it was using the Sarah Jane with Kudlak, but I've since recollected all of my Sarah Jane figures, so that'll be in another video. But as you can see, I've tried to use some black paint, I've used some clay, I've sculpted bits, I've used some flesh colour, I've used a lot of Citadel paint. Now, I really, really did struggle with the eyes, and I know she kind of looks like Rosie and Jim at the minute, but oh my god, I've lost count at how many times I tried to do the eyes. I also used Sarah Jane's the coat section where the buckle is. I've painted it black and silver with gold dots to try and evoke, the bit where she walks into the TARDIS and she's got that device on where she can check things. I did mention that I would really love them to release this in one of my previous videos that I had a go doing. I have previously made the Rani from the Wish World and the Eurovision Song Contest, the Doctor Who episode with Shooty. the Interstellar Song Contest, and she looks brilliant. I'm not an amazing painter when it comes to eyes and like small details, but I'm hoping to improve and I'm hoping to get better. I've ordered some like nibbed brushes, and someone mentioned like maybe like using one of those little small you know, for doing like small eye details, you can get like one with a little bar that you can dip into paint and then just pop it in. Now I had to go using like some makeup on this as well, like eyeliner, pen, or you know, just something, because I really wanted it to not look like Romana. So I repainted it quite a few times. I've tried to do like the red blush on the side of her cheeks for the contour, but it looks awful. So I think the use of the Missy boots was really good. Like, she stands well next to Mel, and she looks good on my partner's shelf with the Trial of a Time Lord set. So yeah, sorry guys, I've used a blend of paints here. I might have gone a bit OTT with the gold dots, but I really wanted to try and like evoke that pattern she has. I know it's not perfect. I've used bits of fabric again, just rolled up and super glued, bits of clay, and yeah, I really tried with this one, really hard. So next up we have Melanie Bush from Trial of a Time Lord, played by no other than Bonnie Langford, famous for a high-pitched scream that was in sync with the theme tune Sting. Now, one thing I do love about this, how it's turned out, is I went to the extra effort to get the Jenny Lewis figure and the extra mile to like chop her lower legs down to size to fit next to the Sixth Doctor figure. Now, this is really good. I did try with the paint. Again, when I filmed this, it was a little bit rough and a bit patchy. I have since gone over it and I have redone her face, but again, until I can get like them thin nib brushes, then I can like draw her eyebrows on, either with like a thin nibbed pen or paintbrush. But yeah, this is really good. I did try to remove the neckerchief, but what happened was it basically ended up coming off, and it just didn't blend in right. A Hemivore, which is one of my, I think this is one of the scariest monsters to come from the last era of the show. Now, it's like these sort of vampire creatures that like ascend from like the water, and then like they come through the churchyard, and it's just so creepy. It's something out of like Night of the Living Dead or something. This was made using a scarecrow figure, which was a spare, and I just thought, you know what, I've made the Rani, I can make a very easy custom with this. So I simply just wrapped blue tack around the scarecrow. It was a bearded 11th Doctor figure that I used for this, and I just had a spare head and I wanted to use it. I still don't have a clue what the hell was going on in this story. Something about Seven manipulating Ace and all the jigsaw puzzle chess pieces coming together, and it was planned all along. They're scary. But yeah, I hope this is okay. Again, very easy one if you've got some spare figureheads, and you know, I think you can get scarecrows quite cheap. You know, with like the broken, or even just like using like a Roman Arton figure as well. And to finish the video, because I'm conscious it's going a bit long at the minute, this is my custom Jamie figure using a Captain Jack figure and a spare head from a Primeval Nick Cutter figure. I've sculpted the hair and I've used clothing, like an old checkered shirt, painted bits on. It's a mixture between the two Doctors and just Jamie from the 60s, really. One of Patrick Troughton's companions, which is one of my boyfriend's favourite companions and favourite classic Doctors. So I had to go making this for him, and I think he looks really cool. Looks really nice. So very easy to do. I think I did a better job of the eyes and the skin tone on this one. But yeah. I'm keep learning. I keep trying. Just got to take each custom one figure at a time. I'm not now. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do next.